I have to ask this though, why doesn't he take one of the hundreds that came in and off a dinghy yesterday? Why does he think that these people are more important than our homeless veterans? So Gary Lineker will take in a whole refugee into his 7-bedroom mansion. No doubt a thoroughly vetted refugee with a good old sob story to make a documentary on it on the BBC. I think it's absolutely disgusting how he is using this to maximise his publicity. You know, he couldn't do it in secret, could he? He's got to tell the whole world. And then we know that the fake news BBC will use selective editing to show how wonderful this refugee is. We will have to endure the sob story of how he ended up here before becoming best pals with good old Gary. I have to ask this though, why doesn't he take one of the hundreds that came in and off a dinghy yesterday? Why does he think that these people are more important than our homeless veterans? Does he seriously think that this token gesture has changed our minds? Once again, this specially selected refugee will be sending pictures of Lineker's huge pad back to his friends that will encourage even more to come. But you know, what Gary needs to understand is that 80% of these arriving from over the channel are young men aged between 18 and 26 years old. The UN themselves have stated that the vast majority do not qualify for asylum here. He also needs to understand that there's a huge difference between genuine refugees and opportunistic economic illegal migrants. You know, they are illegal economic migrants. They've got no business being here. And I think that comparing these economic migrants to real refugees throughout history is a slap in the face to those who have fled real danger, such as the Jews in World War II. The majority coming to the UK have cherry-picked Britain because they believe they will benefit here financially through our generous welfare system. You know, Gary won't feel the effects of mass immigration because he doesn't have to queue to see a doctor. He hasn't got to struggle in overcrowded schools. He hasn't got to try and get on the housing ladder. He doesn't struggle to get work because illegal immigrants are working cash in hand under the radar. He claims that refugees have always helped to keep our community safe and make society stronger. Well, if that's the case, perhaps he should speak to the grieving families like those of the 3 gay men who were stabbed to death in Reading that everyone seems to have forgotten about now, like it never happened. Now, I'm all for supporting genuine legal refugees, but we simply can't have an open border immigration policy. You know, what is this obsession with mass immigration? Is he being paid by George Soros or something? Now, my message to Gary is very simple. France is not a war zone. They have no business being here. And you are so out of touch with the common man, it is shocking. You are stabbing all those in the back who have made you who you are, and it has to stop. And I'm done with you sneering down on us Brits, acting like a politician from your ivory towers. You really have no idea the resentment that you are causing. Now, to everyone else, stop funding his BBC salary that takes 22,000 pensioners to make up his £1.7 million salary. You got to cancel your TV licence. Stop buying Walker's Chris. We've got to hit him where it hurts, in his pocket.